So as you can see, today we have the ability to deliver smart solutions. But let's get back to the theme of the keynote, bridging that divide. Bridging that divide so we could ultimately achieve a smart digital reality. Based on what you saw, it's clearly obvious that the Luciad platform and its associated SDK is the world's premier GPU accelerated engine for delivering real-time situational awareness, where mission-critical systems, whether they be deployed on land, in the air, or in the seas, can be achieved through this engine. The engine itself is extensively already being used by developers. But when we combine it together with Hexagon Geospatial's software products, we now have a sports car that can accelerate towards bridging that divide and ultimately achieving a smart digital reality. But how do we get there? Let me introduce a concept involving the 5 dimensions of location intelligence. It starts with understanding what is happening. It starts with real time. And for any given location, we can already capture content and support a vision of digital reality, and those sources allow us to understand what has happened. When combined with dynamic sensors, we can not only understand what has happened, but what is happening. But it doesn't stop there. We can achieve even higher intelligence if we go further. Leveraging all this data, whether it be the archival data or real-time data, we can open up possibilities to simulate what could happen for a given location, for a given plan, for a given task. We can optimize those results to narrow down what should happen, giving us the 4th dimension. And the Holy Grail is to determine what will happen. In order to achieve this strategy and achieve the vision associated with a smart digital reality, we need all 5 dimensions of location intelligence. We need the ability to produce data from a whole host of sources. We need the ability to connect to dynamic sources, and we need the ability to introduce artificial intelligence, edge computing, and many of the things Ola talked about today so we could achieve an autonomous, connected ecosystem. Let's break this down a little further. It starts with data. It starts with all those static sources we already have organizationally, whether that data be collected from satellites, whether it's collected from airborne sources, UAVs, or even mobile mapping devices. We have, within Hexagon, all of the geospatial authoring products needed to produce data from these sources. Without these sources, and without this static data, we don't have a basis or a foundation upon which we could achieve autonomy. We need to learn. We need to build systems and software that can learn from the past in order to influence the future. When you add dynamic data to these static sources, and that might include anything from traffic data to weather data to people movement, to vehicles moving, to social media, or even live video streams. When you add these dynamic sources into the mix, not only can we understand what is happening, but we could start building that broader autonomous connected ecosystem that Ola referred to. But it doesn't stop there. I talked about that GeoOps challenge, the challenge that really requires us to go beyond the geospatial world to the operational world. Every single day, companies are spending a lot of money and a lot of time in implementing and deploying ERP systems, enterprise systems, GIS systems, CAD, BIM, and the list goes on. We have to be able to directly connect into these enterprise business systems in order to provide an operational view of what is happening for a given task or for a given solution. Only then can we achieve and address the GeoOps challenge. So I've talked about the static data. I've talked about the dynamic data. I've talked about the ability and the need to really connect to enterprise systems. But what ties all this together, what allows us to connect to and ultimately leverage this content in order to deliver real-time location intelligence solutions, is the Hexagon Map Platform. And with the acquisition and integration of Luciad, we not only have the car, but we have the world's best engine to get us there. An engine and a platform that can be deployed not only on the desktop, but on the cloud, supporting our smart map vision of delivering software as a service-based apps, and on the edge, where the software is operating closer to where the data is being collected. Remember, we want to reduce the latency and the lifecycle loop from data capture to information delivery so actions can be made. And working together with Exalt and working together with the platforms we have available within Hexagon Geospatial, our 5D vision, our vision can now be made a smart digital reality through the Hexagon Map Platform.